little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as I...
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted... Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field.
But they are not the...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes, we will need an envoy. One who...
I'm flattered. And I have other problems. What we need is a skilled arbiter.
Is that so? And would he...
Of a different kind.
I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this.
I shall.
My lord Mark, your lord uncle bade me escort the...
And I will see that my associate... Very good. An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least. No need to ride from here.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest.
Quinton.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the...
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't call.
I would speak with this duke.
I saw the captain just now. Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Because he handed it in along with his sword. Said he'd find a better way to protect it.
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons.
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed the town was left all but unguarded. So Philippe was... And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him, so I was wondering if you would let...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive. Philippe told me he had men stay...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine. And it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you... I wish to speak to you about...
Very well. I trust you'll forgive...
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, for continuing to argue against his reckless plan. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed. He must be made to face the
And who?
I would. Myself and several other... Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him...
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be... But he is wrong. It is not the people. Scornful of the opinions of anyone But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the... We must...
Fight him. No. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. While I understand your frustrations,
False hope. But I see that your mind is made up. If you will extend me, I bid you good day.
She certainly has.
Indeed. But which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. This is all about her.
Families.
I'm sorry. Yes. I was about to tell, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity.
Your town needs you.
Saw the captain just now.
What does the dame have to say about it?
So you are content to abandon... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only... Thank you so...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edge, like father, like daughter.
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in
I bet that went well. Anyway...
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, right, as always. We've had some reports.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but...
Right.
You know, Greek...
I'm on my way.
Thank you. Oh, look...
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Clive! You all right?
I am. I dispatched the few that I found.
Well, there's some... But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side.
Do you have eyes in the...
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though. Just... You head back to Northreach. I want you there, just in case...
What do you...
I'll be...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. Should any of your men be in...
Thank you, my lad.
I'll play my... You still... I only hope, Philippe.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
You
you.
too.
When the fun it begins, we can take refuge.
I want steel in the hands of every man or woman.
Good girl. This is more like it. Come on, then. Test me. Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Help me, boy. Maruna! Help me, boy.
Too slow.
Wake and win! And another!
I wonder how the others... Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you. The road to Oriflamme. How did you and your men...
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seemed I thank you both.
You were right, and I was wrong. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire, that without a strong hand, they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her. I forgot that.
I'm sorry too. I should never have taken things. I only wanted you to understand how I...
Do not... I should...
But I will you thank and
Madam Isabel is a rare soul. I see.
You're right.
Forgive me for saying the day and that you...
Well,
Did we get you anything? There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment? I'll be happy to man one end of us. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me.
I was Carla then. So sought after was I that it was only they. Lass. For naive as I fell in love. He was my master's guard. After they discovered us together, he was whipped, and so if not that we had anywhere to flee to, until we found ourselves here. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us. Those that could be healed, at least.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able to share a few moments. It was the greatest, but the generosity of the men, and though I was... And so I swore that I would return the kindness, that I would repay him.
Thank you, Isabel, for shit.
Never mind the poor and coming.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen...
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash?
Fully cognizant of, I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order. The third, though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus yet... It seemed only right to inform, for as you so earnestly advised me, It would not do to abandon a man to his...
It would not. But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last owl I received from Mickelberg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of... If aught ill befell him...
Right.
You are much. Go then, with my hopes.